Oh my gosh, I feel like I was playing all Ghillied up right there. Yeah, those character models are so easy to see. Alright guys, what's going on? It's Planned Parenthood here, and today we're going to be hammering through the vault that I have of different footage. And today was a win with the Cat AMR to finish it out, and then a really welcome addition to the arsenal, which is the Vaznev from Modern Warfare 2. You'll see that later on in the video. But if you're new here, hey, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Let's make the algorithm gods happy. Oh, before I go any further with the pitch on that, I wanted to show off this strange Bal 27. It was the Halloween conversion kit, the one that shoots lasers. And I don't really know what happened to it, but it got red tiger camo on it along the way. And the animation that plays through that has like the jack-o'-lantern that phases through on the weapon itself has actually been replaced with red tiger. And I think it looks pretty badass. So yeah guys, we're going to be hammering through some more Battle Royale solos casuals, and really the main reason for using the casuals mode is just to incorporate these Martian loadouts into it and not having to try my best every time.
Got a contract here.
Captain's approaching your position. Move to the safe zone.
Got a contract here.
All bounce targets destroyed. Hell of a job.
I need max.
So the reason for sticking with the casuals mode is one of the core reasons as well why I created this channel, in that I'm only able to play for a little bit, and when I do get on, I'm not trying to be as competitive as possible. As you guys are seeing in this footage, like, it's not exactly a tryout lobby. It's going to get progressively difficult, but it's not something that you have to keep your head on a swivel every time, and that's just something I really enjoy about the casuals mode, is that it allows me to just relax for a little bit while also using a completely bonkers loadout that I have fun with. I'm trying to find a good build that can effectively use a javelin as a primary while having some good support for that. I have yet to find one, so if you guys have any suggestions, I'm all ears for it. And if you guys even want to throw a cursed loadout my way as well, I'd love to give that a shot as well. I was toying around with one of the conversion kits for the M4, which gives it, I think, those 50 cal rounds, or those 4.58 rounds, and the second shot was, it honestly felt like some 007 GoldenEye shooting, where the third or fourth shot was effectively just looking up at the ceiling. So that was a lot of fun.
Got a contract here.
So yeah, I know it's fine and dandy to fry these bots all the time, but I also want to give you guys the authentic experience of what it looks like when I go up against just regular people in a lobby. So it's going to be coming in another video. I'm going to be doing some just standard Battle Royale, and I'm even going to dip my toes into the ranks, so we should see some pretty hysterical death.
Stand by. Get up there. All bounty targets are KIA. Well done.
Changing mags.
Alrighty, where to next? Oh, yep, by the way, always remember to booby trap your buy stations. Oh yeah, so you definitely need to add your dose of ratliness to the buy station, so just always keep that in mind.
I'm getting lit.
Just moving in. New safe zone located.
Reloading. Decoy out. Taking fire.
Heads up. An enemy squad marks you as a bounty target.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm getting to the point where I genuinely can't tell the difference between a player and a bot, which, yeah, I think I actually ended up facing the player first and then the bot second. And the only thing that really gives the tell for me, at least, is that the second guy was not prestige, he was just a regular level 40, so
Getting lit.
maybe, I don't really know. Yeah, but what I can tell you are these missed shots with this LMG, I've been trying for years to make this RAL work, but it just can't. Maybe if I was on a mouse and keyboard I could do it, but just the recoil management and the reaction time to it just ain't there.
Switching mag.
You know, looking at this again while I'm reporting this, I'm really starting to see how terrible of a driver I am at this game, and it's a little hurtful. Like, my pride's hurt because I played the hell out of Grand Theft Auto growing up, and it's good to see that absolutely zero skills transferred over, or maybe they did and I was just a terrible driver back then, but these vehicles are so damn difficult to drive.
Evading the enemy. You're clear for now. Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated. Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Drop them like an anchor.
Yeah, so I've definitely been playing a little bit more, and I'm starting to notice that even in the casuals mode, it's definitely starting to ramp up a little bit to the point where I feel like I may as well just start playing some regular Battle Royale solos. But yeah, I'm definitely getting to the point where I'm starting to feel a little more confident in my skills, and what's funny about this is I'm losing a lot of sleep while doing this, and just on a sidebar conversation as well, is this is the part of sniping in general that I just love, is the great equalizer that is a headshot and a harsh reminder that you in fact are not as good as you think you are. But here we are, back at my second home, the Gulag. Not bad, at least it's running water. Yeah, so it was right about here where I was realizing that I needed to put on my adult pants here and actually make some relatively sound decision making. I knew I had a guy over to my left that was fully kitted who just absolutely yeeted me, and frankly, this is probably the best place to get a regain. I actually like lumber. I like the twists and turns that you have to make, and the chases that also come with that as well. It's a pretty good place.
Have been restocked.
Yeah,
Load
and
up.
it's honestly restock moments like that, and the jailbreaks, I appreciate them in small doses. I'm happy they don't have them happen all of the time. This was super opportune, so I appreciate that, but I feel like if you had this every game or a jailbreak or some sort of quick event that kind of throws the game into craziness, it just makes it feel a little too chaotic, if that makes sense, which is funny to say in a battle royale with very RNG heavy nature of BRs as a whole. Yeah, I won't lie to you, I was 100% getting too big for my britches right there because I was fairly certain that was the guy who smoked me earlier, and I'm just taking pot shots at him with a yeehaw rifle with the Arthur Morgan special. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think if I would have actually killed him, that would have been pretty sweet and definitely would have helped out with the highlight, but at this point, with late game coming up, I'm just happy to get out there alive.
Changing mags!
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone. Gulag closed until further notice.
Oh yeah, and cue the jump scare moment in about 2 seconds right now, but I ended up getting sandwiched between these two guys, and I'm just happy I actually made it within the stairwell, but I don't really know what happened on this because I feel like if it was an actual player, he would have pursued me, or if it was a bot, maybe those two bots shooting at me would have got me. But when I killed this guy, he was clearly not focused on me, and I appreciate that. I appreciate getting the third party on that, but I just feel like that wasn't the guy who initially got those shots on me, and maybe he's the guy who ended up cleaning up the guy who was shooting at me. And this guy right here, this gun right here rather, this Vazneth is really what sealed the deal for me on this. Is it was just so nice to have a weapon with some pretty solid aim, down sight walking speed, coupled with solid rate of fire. I don't know how hard it hits, but you know, it's a welcome addition, but honestly not as welcome as this regain that this guy was able to provide me, which I truly appreciate. Yeah, so I had to cut it a little bit because I just made a rotation and I didn't see anybody, and it was around this time that I started chuckling to myself, but it started giving me all Ghillied up vibes as he continues to yeet decoys in the area that it's actually running into. It almost gets eerily quiet towards the end game.
That's what they call victory.
Well, there you have it. Any win you can get's a good win, and that was actually a lot of fun with a decent amount of kills. I'm trying to think of a silly title to go with this, and I've continued to hover around hardly any humans were hurt in the making of this video, kind of like those movies that you see, like, no pets were hurt in the making of this movie. It gives me a little chuckle, but you know, it also seems pretty corny, but this is also a pretty dad type joke, so maybe I'll run with it. So if all 5 of you watched the video from yesterday, just piggybacking on that a little bit, this is a typical go-to LMG build that I like to use. I'm trying to find a good build with the RAL LMG that incorporates the bipod on it, but the visual recoil on it is pretty crazy for me at least, so I don't think any attachment is really going to save me on this one. I'm going to be using that in either this video or another one. And really the origin story of using LMGs isn't necessarily with the machine gun itself, but more to do with the bullet penetration. I was a huge fan of, I believe the perk was Deep Impact, in Call of Duty 4, and I just always thought it was the funniest thing to put the M16 on. Yeah, I was that guy. M16 stopping power, deep impact, either 3 grenades or bandolier, and just hitting dudes through walls and getting the accusations that really come with the territory of it. And on the flip side too, you guys will get to see it, but for the most part, those older kill cams, no one saw the other 37 missed shots. They just saw the 3 that landed, that ended up landing me the kill. Yeah, so I was pleasantly surprised with this Vaznev. I really don't think I've used it since Modern Warfare 2, so it worked out pretty dang well. You're going to see it later on in the video. It actually got me out of a couple of tough jams, but it was a pleasant surprise to use this gun, and really just using the older Modern Warfare guns in general. It's really nice to just switch it up. Actually, the back pain loadout that I typically use whenever I play with my team in quads, they like sniping a lot, so I'll actually pick up the LMG with a bipod on it specifically to draw the fire out, or just to have somebody pop their head out of a building because they just hear and see some dude lighting up a random building or a vehicle with an LMG, and that's typically good for about 1 or 2 good cheap kills for the guys. Oh yeah, I just got the conversion kit for this weapon, and I'm going to be using it in another video, but oh my good gracious, I found out the hard way. The recoil, you can literally see it in real time. I let it just rip, and I think I said it in an earlier video, but the inner Ray Charles and the inner Stevie Wonder is truly being channeled in this. So it's going to be cursed, but I'm absolutely going to post a video of me just trying my best with it. So it doesn't really matter which way you cut it. I tried utilizing this in every which way. I tried mounting it, and the shots just are not going to really land, but you better believe I'm going to let this baby rip at about 100 meters out. I want to see if I can actually hit someone, because that kill cam's going to be hysterical.